It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs, man.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Hey, Sean, you at home? I never get back in there. I will kick your
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
It's your guy.
What you gotta say to the camera?
Yes, sir. TP Way the Giant.
You want to go, you want to. We built for this shit. We don't fold, motherfuckers. We don't fucking fold.
Son, I gotta do better than this.
Sometimes defiant, sometimes defiant.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and rocking with the New York Giant Lieutenants, baby. We are back. We are back. We are back. Listen, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe before you do anything else. All right. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got a lot of content coming your way. We need that engagement, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe also to my man Jorge with Born for Sports. Jorge, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. Saturday
sir.
flow. Training
Yup.
camp on deck. Couple of days. I'm excited, man. Let's get it, baby.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Listen, David is not with us today. He has had a family emergency. But please make sure that y'all continue to show love to the Giant Way. Keep him in your prayers as he's dealing with that situation. But yeah, man, we titled this I Got Some Shit to Get Off My Chest.
Yes.
I got some shit to get off my chest, man. There's been a lot of noise this week from different angles. A lot of it we brought on to ourselves because that's what happens when you decide to do the hard knocks the way we decide to do it.
Yep.
And so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then, of course, we're just going to talk about our mindset going into training camp, man. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is something a little crazy this year, man, because, of course, the New York Giants, we can't do things simple. We always have to be the trendsetters. We are getting into detail about a lot of things, and the thing that has been talked about the most this week when it comes to Hard Knocks, I feel, is the clip at the very end of the episode when Joe Schoen asked Coach Dable if he would like to move up to get Jaden Daniels, and Coach Dable says for sure. I had a lot of Washington Commanders hitting me up. I had a lot of them hitting me up, and they love to get at me about that, man. But Jorge, man, what do you think about that, man? Does that say much for you, or does that surprise you? I mean, where's your mindset with that, man?
I'm not even surprised, even a little bit. There was the tea leaves have been there since during the season last year. I remember we were talking about it in our sections every day. Like, hey, man, I don't know. Like, if this team continues to lose games and they're high up there, with this kind of quarterback class, we're bound to at least investigate if somebody fits what Dable wants.
Yeah.
Shit, let's be honest. During the season, there was plenty of reports about Schoen and his contingents going to go see the quarterbacks and playing in these games and stuff. It was already out there. Those things were already established. Only Giant fans that don't want to see that, kind of was like, oh no, they're scouting some other guys over there. No, it was about that. I'm pretty sure Joe Schoen is not wasting his time flying to see USC games and Washington games and so forth, and LSU games just for the heck of it. So not surprising at all. This was a very good quarterback class from what a lot of people were saying, a lot of the experts were saying. So what? Why not do due diligence? That's what a good team GM and president should do.
Yeah, if we didn't look into it, we would have to question, our
exactly.
staff. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something that I think I picked up on, man. I mean, Coach Dable, he's clearly a quarterback guy. He clearly is somebody who whose offense is who he believes whose offense, starts and ends with the quarterback. I mean, even when on Hard Knocks, Coach Joe Shane, he asked Coach Dable. He said, "Listen, what do you think is the biggest priority?" And Coach Dable was kind of like hesitant to say. Now, I'm sitting back like, yo, it's clearly the offensive line. Like, there's no question. Yeah. And I was thinking for a minute, I'm like, yo, why is he hesitant of saying the offensive line? Because I think that he wanted to say quarterback. And I think that is just the two differences with Joe Shane and Coach Dable. Joe Shane, I think he wants Daniel Jones to be the quarterback. I think he wants to give him another year. I think Coach Dable is not that big of a fan of Daniel Jones. I think Coach Dable is like, hey, it's something to be looked at in this draft that we may need to get to kick off this new season.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, bro.
DJ is the Terminator. Says what's up, fellas.
What up?
DJ is the Terminator, man. Thank you for tuning
that's
in.
A nice little. That's a nice little. I
was just about to say the same thing. That's hard.
I guess we know where you stand, bro.
For sure. And I'm gonna tell everybody this, man. Wait until the Hard Knocks episode is completely out before you go mayhem, because they only show the clip, and that could mean anything.
The Giants have editorial control for a reason, bro. Come on, man. Like everybody jumps the gun too much on. Man, bro, I remember I saw after episode 1, the hardcore DJ fans were saying how, you see, we weren't taking a quarterback with it. I'm like, guys, it's one episode. We need to let this play out before y'all even like take bows. Y'all need to relax. And then now you see 2 episodes later, some of them is shambles.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna say this. I was definitely one of them dudes that was just like, I was like, yo, look, man. I told y'all they believe in Daniel Jones. Blah, blah, da.
Well, you know something, TP, you ain't even wrong though, bro. I think there is an element to what they're saying. They do believe to a certain extent, but they're not naive.
Yeah, you know exactly.
They're not naive. Exactly. They know he has an injury history. They know that has some shortcomings as a quarterback. Yep. And they're like, hey, if we're not sure about what we have, then we don't have a franchise quarterback. And that's what it is. And they're still trying to see. They're giving this dude 6 years. This regime this is his 3rd year with them. So it's not like they don't want to believe, and there's a little hope. I think 2022 basically saved them from still being here. Let's be honest.
That is a fact. No,
I mean, they paid him the money. They wouldn't have did it if he wouldn't have showed we could have got to the playoffs. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
But, there's an element to that they do believe to a certain extent is what I see.
You said it perfectly. Taquan Lewis says, what's going on, Giants lieutenants?
Thank you, man. Good,
Thank
bro.
you for tuning in. My man Taquan, tuning in again. We appreciate you, bro.
Yes,
I 100% agree with you. I can't look, and that's the thing about this Hard Knock shit, man. It's like they know what they doing, and I want people to use their brains, man. Yeah. Use their brains. Do y'all honestly think that the Giants organization is going to be a part of beating down Daniel Jones, knowing that there's already a tremendous amount of pressure on him? I think there's something more to that clip, and you just gotta wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta wait and see how that goes. I do think they were interested. It's obvious already. They've already confirmed they were interested in trading up. And fans out there, I seen y'all on Twitter. I seen y'all running with anything that these so-called expert opinions and sources from Chef and all this other crap.
Talk about
OT at 3. Come on, guys. Come on.
Talk about it.
Let's be real here. Let's be real. And there's no doubt in my mind, sometimes these agents, they have a point to prove and a point to make, and they kind of, they kind of give a little intel to these guys to put stuff out there, Guys, we're not going to use all that draft capital to get an OT. If they would have got to 3, it would have been a quarterback.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Taquan Lewis says, I honestly wish we traded for Daniels.
Yeah.
Listen,
I ain't going to lie.
I'm going to tell you this. I am super happy that we got Malik Neighbors.
And no doubt about it.
You know what I mean? The one thing that I just didn't want to do for this year, next year, depending on how the season go, is a different story. But I didn't want to see, no matter what quarterback we had, I didn't want to see a quarterback with this receiving core again.
No.
I wanted a bigger name. I wanted a wide receiver one. I wanted just a shift. And that's why it was so important for me to get that target. You know what I mean?
We needed the alpha, bro. You called it. We needed the alpha. There was no doubt about it. Like, we have some nice pieces. We got some. First of all, I love. You know how I feel about this wide receiver core. Most talented core we've had, I believe, since the 2011 Super Bowl season. That's what I believe. And I know we had Odell, and I know we had 2016. We had Odell. We had a young Rook Shep and Cruz. But you know, Vic was coming off 2 years coming back. He wasn't himself after that, and Shep was a rook. You know what I'm saying? Right. Odell, we all know he was just a monster on another level. But at the end of the day, I think talent, pound for pound, this is the best talent core we've had. They got a lot of speed out there, but they were lacking the alpha. Neighbors is just that, and he is going to show that, I believe, this year.
DJ is the Terminator says, I would not have minded if we traded down, got an extra second round pick, but still got Rome and Dunze.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
I'm
not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that at all. I will take that.
Would have worked out. That would have worked out because, you know, but I would have condoned that definitely if the quarterback, which ended up being not available, that Dable and Shane wanted. Hey, if Neighbors is gone, you make that move. Can't be mad about that. That's good GM work.
Yo, I think we all can agree. Thank God we didn't go for JJ McCarthy. I think I think we all could agree on that. Taquan Lewis,
disaster.
I'm telling you, man. Taquan Lewis says, I agree with y'all on that. I believe we made the right pick with Neighbors, but I was just wishful thinking. Listen, man. Hey, like I keep saying over and over again, we just gotta play the waiting game, man. That is it. We gotta see what Daniel Jones comes to play this year. This is sink or swim, man. And unfortunately, this is the situation where even if the O-line is just as bad as they was last season, which I don't see a world where that's possible, Daniel Jones still has to have a good year. This is literally his last leg.
This is it.
So this is a big year for him. The pressure is on him, but I've said it before. I think he plays great under pressure. I actually love when Daniel Jones is under pressure because just history just shows that's probably when he plays his best ball.
Well, there could be something to what you're saying too, because at the end of the day, he had this kind of pressure, maybe a little more at that point. 2022, new regime, didn't draft him, free agency staring him right in the face. They didn't pick up his player option. He knew if he didn't make the playoffs and show he could do anything, especially after that first game when David was getting on him for throwing that end zone pick in Tennessee. The pressure was on. So maybe this is what he needs because he, you know, after he got paid, he got comfortable. Who knows? Only those guys in that locker room know it, and the coaching staff. So let's see.
One thing I need from Coach Dable this year is to have confidence in DJ. He is the guy. And so now that he is the guy, I need him just for this year, have confidence in him. Don't tear him down. I think he may know DJ's personality a lot more than we do. I'm going to put trust in that. But as a coach, I need you to stand behind him, man, and don't make emotional decisions like leaving him in the game when we 40 points down. just to get them hurt. I need you
hopefully
to.
we not 40 points down
Yeah,
anyway.
hell yeah. Let me not even go too much.
But
on
yeah,
that.
you're right, man. You're right. Don't leave him in, because that sends a bad message as well. Right. So you don't want to do that. Right. But I believe that in order for this guy, Daniel Jones, to show Dable and this regime that, yes, I am the guy going forward, he has to have a jump. 25 touchdown, 4,000 yards. That's what I'm looking for. There's no Saquon Barkley back there, baby. Hey. There's no Saquon back there. Singletary's a nice player, and I like him. He's solid. But I doubt they're giving that kid 250 to 300 carries. They're going to throw that ball because, let's be honest, personnel-wise on this offense, the strength is the receiver course. So you got to throw that ball. You got to throw it.
And we definitely, I love that you said that because we're going to definitely get into that in a bit.
Yes, sir.
Also, message to the Washington Commander fans, man. Let me just say this to y'all.
Yeah,
man.
Y'all need to slow down. I see y'all.
Slow y'all asses down.
Stop playing with my boy TP.
Hey,
Don't do that.
You, man. So slow y'all asses down. Because listen, I know y'all hype. Y'all hype because y'all got y'all quarterback and things of that nature. Y'all are not used to having a quarterback. So this is big for y'all. I understand it. But listen. When Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Bobby Okereke, Michael McFadden, when all of those dogs get hungry and want to hunt, we're going to see the truth about Jayden Daniels. We're going to see the deal about who he is, especially behind that weak-ass O-line that y'all got. So relax, man. Y'all Washington Commander fans, relax, y'all. All right? I know y'all was just hyped that y'all, his name was even mentioned. Okay, it's a difference between him being on the Giants roster and then with y'all. All right, y'all need to be worrying about having extra receiving targets for y'all anyway before you.
Yeah, let's calm that down, man. Let's not forget who own y'all anyway. Either.
Come on, man. What?
Right?
What?
We own y'all.
Come on, man.
I go to MetLife every year, and I know that's a dog. So let's calm down, guys.
Tell them that energy, that tailgate is something different when you playing the Commanders.
I'm trying to tell you, I take a little extra, a little longer glass because I know it's going to be before y'all get all crazy. How about y'all sweep us for a change? How about that?
Come on, man.
For another day,
Come
right?
on.
I understand Jayden Daniels brings hope. I like that kid. He's going to be good. I believe he's going to be good, but he's still a rookie. He still got a lot to learn. And like my boy TP said, that Giant D-line, which I said last week, will be the best in the division by the end of the year. By the end of the year, they will be the best D-line in the division.
Fact.
That kid going to get a little baptism. Let's slow down, B.
Come on, man. And I need to get y'all boy into the weight room, but that's a topic for a whole nother day, man.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, let's keep this energy going, man, because Commander fans ain't the only one who has something to say when it comes to the Giants, man. It's been a heavy week when it comes to just talking about the squad, man. Salute, go Blue 76, man. Giant salute, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Yes, sir. Giant salute. Patrick Peterson, man. Patrick Peterson is also someone else who has something to say on the All Things Covered podcast. Patrick Peterson says, I had an opportunity to play against Daniel Jones a couple of times. Ain't nothing impressive about him to a defense. His process is too slow to excel as a great NFL quarterback. Look, I'm gonna let you touch on that before I gotta say what I gotta say because this irritated me.
Let me just say this. First of all, there is a couple of things he is saying that I understand what he's trying to say. Yes, DJ's processing on the field with reads at game speed is lacking a lot to be desired. I understand that. I also understand that, yes, he is not even shown that he is that kind of player consistently of being a top-tier quarterback. I get that. But as I always say, and we've had this conversation, no disrespect from other fan bases, players, especially players who DJ kicked their ass, is tolerated. My man, we were smoking you in that wild card game. How are you talking?
How
are you talking, bro?
Yes.
Now I ain't know. Listen. I'm not even trying to act like I'm in a tier of athlete that I've like him. He made it to the NFL. Peterson, when he was in his prime, was a dog, no doubt about it. But
Yep.
dude, you are washed. Why are you talking after you got smoked by
Come
DJ
on.
in 2 games that year?
Come on, let's go.
Stop
DJ is
it.
the Terminator
Stop
says,
it.
I recently saw a compilation video of DJ smoking Patrick Peterson. He really needs to stop. And
Yo, that's
I'm
a
glad
fact.
you said that. I'm glad you said that because
Am I
that's
the only one? Like,
yo,
what's
come
going
on, man.
here?
Yo, you don't understand, man. We sent y'all asses packing.
Yeah.
We
Yo.
sent y'all packing. We sent y'all packing in the first round.
Yes.
When nobody thought we was gonna beat y'all.
DJ was freaking had the game of his life, a career moment. I think he made NFL history that day. You were
He
on
did.
that defense, Patrick.
Exactly.
Pat, you were on the
Yo,
defense, bro.
come on,
What
man.
are you talking about?
Come on, man.
Damn.
Come
Yo.
on. And, yo, Darius Slayton
on,
even
bro.
had a piece to say. He was just like, yo, like anybody else to say that, like I would even understand where they coming from. But we were scoring easily on y'all. Ghost Dog Blue 76 says DJ was smoking that Peterson pack that day. Fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's why I'm so confused. I'm like, yo, you
no
don't
chaser.
yo, it's clearly hate, man. It's clearly hate. I would be mad too. We sent y'all asses home packing with your heads built down. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And DJ,
Absolutely.
DJ was the MVP of that game.
Hodgins
So-
burning him down the sidelines.
Come
running
on.
right- like stop.
Come on.
Stop it.
And
Come on,
it's not
bro.
even one game. It's not even one game. That's the second time we played you, and DJ had a good game in both games.
That's a fact.
In both games. And on top of that, he did it with what receiving core?
Exactly.
What are you talking about, man?
Exactly.
That's
With the
what it's
same
like.
receiver core that we've been saying, it's just got an upgrade with Neighbors. So you mean to
Come
tell
on,
me, listen, dude Hodgins, who I like, came
Yeah.
off the street and the
Yeah.
practice squad from Buffalo and
Yep.
put numbers on you on a playoff game. Dude, stop.
Come
Stop.
on, man.
Bro. You're washed. You're washed.
Come on.
You're
Tyquan
washed.
Lewis says Isaiah Hodgins was shitting on the Vikings secondary. That's a fact. Come
Come
on.
on, man. Stop it.
Come
Like, what are
on.
we doing here, man? Listen, I get it. And he probably had, I'm not saying probably. He has pride as an athlete. His last remembrance of him playing DJ, he know he got his ass kicked that time. So he's trying to put the kid down when he has a chance to. That's all it is.
And
He
see,
wanna
that's
jump
my
on him
problem.
to make a name. Fuck out of here, bro.
See, that's my problem, yo. Is like everybody wants to hop on the tear DJ down train. And as me, the Giant fan that I am, and for me, how I look at Daniel Jones, man, nah. Look, I ain't allowing that shit to happen. You know what I mean? I just want to say this too while we on this. One of the reasons on why I'm not on Twitter is because I tried that shit. I hopped on Twitter and I was just like, yo, this is the most annoying shit ever.
It's
This
toxic
is just,
on there.
yo,
Trust.
I'm telling you, it's just a bunch of motherfuckers like who don't know shit, who say a whole bunch of nothing. I was like, yo, I can't do this. I was like, I can't. This is just gonna mess with my whole blood pressure and my mental coming up here all the time. And I only like talking about the things that have legs. I only like talking about the topics that have gained legs. And so that's why stuff like, and like you said, I'm not gonna, Patrick Peterson, he has credibility. I'm not gonna shit on him, about that.
know that.
But he could definitely get that smoke. And I'm not tolerating any slander that is not warranted. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not mad at the people who have their, opinion about Daniel Jones. But when I clearly see, all right, boom, y'all are hopping on the tear Daniel Jones down train, I'm on you.
Especially when you was one of the highlights he's had. How do y'all do that? How do y'all do
Come
that?
on. And that just don't make sense to me, man. But anyway, I got that off of my chest, and that's that. Look, man, that goes for anybody who was on that type of time, man. Anybody who was just waiting for an opportunity to hate on the Giants, you got the right one, because I'm gonna be on you.
Me.
Then that falls into Michael Lombardi. Man, Michael Lombardi talks Giant football on the GM Shuffle Show. He reacts to our latest Hard Knocks episode, and he just, man, he completely discredits the New York Giant organization. Now, this episode is titled, I Got Some Shit to Get Off My Chest. That is exactly what Jorge hit us up in the group chat and said. So I'm gonna let you look. I'm gonna get this to you. What is your mindset, man, about Michael Lombardi and the shit he had to say?
Well, we definitely had a little talk about that in the chat. I dropped a video yesterday about it a little bit, but I'm gonna just piggyback off what I feel on that. I look at it like this. A couple years back, this Lombardi guy, the hater, I call him the Giant hater because
that's what Ghost Dog Blue says. Michael Lombardi been a hater.
Yeah, that's a fact. He's been a Giant hater for years now. He's been subbing the Giants. He's been coming at the organization. Now, I thought maybe it was just one of those, he just got to say something and to say something to get some credibility because we all know as a GM, you fucking suck, bro. You suck. Bro. You went to Cleveland. Y'all was trash. Y'all was ass. They fired this dude. Was it 1 or 2 years later? It was a quick dub, too. It was a quick dub. Let's get into that. And he didn't even. What did he do? They were the Cleveland Browns. You were one of the reasons why they've been asked for a long freaking time, man. Let's get into that. And I know Lombardi, when he was in his heyday, he was a part of some good organization. Yes, he was with the Niner organization back in the day when they were doing them dynasties all out there. That's a long, long time ago. When you were the guy to run the show, you sunk. You burned. You were a train wreck, a dumpster fire. So please stop acting like you got credibility out here to be talking about the Giant organization every time when they do something good or bad. Like, get out of here. Like, keep it humble. Because let's get into how it all started, how it was, the disease of me. Because guys were up for contract extensions. Okay. What did you want Joe Schoen to do? Dexter Lawrence is a monster. You re-sign him. What do you want him to do? Andrew Thomas, one of the best OTs in football. You sign him. Position value. Those things go into what Schoen does and his vision is. And he paid them. So his whole little story was disease of me because now you got to pay all these guys. And I question whether if they are worth it and they just care about themselves selfishly in that locker room. Where are your sources, dude?
Yeah.
Where are they? I know for a fact ain't nobody in that locker room talking to that loser. Let's be honest. Come on. For real. Let's stop. So now he comes on this latest one and says how he questions how what Schoen is doing. They don't have a direction. They don't, they don't know. He doesn't know what he's doing. Hard Knocks is showing it. Like they're just drafting great players without a vision. Dude. He obviously he must be just reading transcripts or something because I look at this show and I've seen this for a couple years now anyway. But in the show, Schoen obviously constantly talks about position value, things like that have to match up with certain things for the cap. Obviously, he has a type. He wants strong line play, right? D-line, O-line, strong line play, and he wants his quarterback to become the vocal and leader of the offensive system, so that way they can build off that. They want to go to ball, it's a passing lead. So Lombardi, stop it, go away, take a hike, go sit down, have some prune juice, and just watch the freaking games like everyone else. Because I'm not trying to hear this Giant toxic shit all the time. Because it seemed like we're the only organization he ever targets. That anyone pays attention to the guy, because I don't think anyone pays attention to him, TP, until he hates on the Giants.
Listen, I definitely don't. Like when everybody was bringing his name up and shit like that, I was kind of like, yo, who is this guy? Like, what's the
think he Vince Lombardi? What the fuck?
Yeah, word, right? So I mean, my thing is, man, I listened to the whole episode, And that motherfucker, man, he's just stuck in the Stone Ages, man. Everything he was saying, I was just like, yo, can we hit him upside his head and make sure he can reboot and get up to the times? Because I'm like, yo, what is this man talking about? First of all, he went on and, like you said, he kept talking about this compass, that the New York Giants have no compass. Okay, I understand that. But nobody has a compass until they have one. Like, New York Giant fans understand the direction that we're going to. But if you from the outside looking in, I mean, you may not know. You may not know what's going on over here. But I can tell you one thing. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. With the receiving core that we have, with the speed that we have, with the playmakers that we have, with the yards after catch that we can be able to provide. It doesn't take a rocket science. Knowing Coach Dable, where he comes from, what he's about, putting all that together, it doesn't take a rocket science. On defense, on defense, he tried to brush it over. He tried to brush over these facts just so he could make his point. But I ain't gonna let that shit slide. Yeah, he brought up Brian Burns and tried to act like that was just something little. Nah, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and Kayvon Thibodeau has been talked about plenty. Come on, it don't take a rocket science to know what. Come on, what direction
like he don't know what they trying to do. Stop.
Come on, and they literally showed Coach Bowen explaining that the direction of the defense, well, at least the direction of the defense on what he's looking for and where he wants to go. So it's just like, man, he's stuck in the old ages, man, and he thinks that you got to have that pen and pad and write everything down, and you got to do it a specific way, and you got to do it like the old guys.
I guarantee you, if Shane would have paid Barkley, he would have been the first one to say, "Oh, they go to Giants. They go to Giants. They paid a running back, a 28-year-old running back with an injury history. There they go again. It must be John Mara that told him to do it. It must be this is the stuff he's trying to pull. So now when our GM does what he is supposed to do in the salary cap era, now it's we don't have a direction. Stop it. Take a seat, dude.
Come on. Ghost Dog Blue 76 says Joe Shane did exactly what he was supposed to do. I'm with losing Barkley if it means we get this O-line fixed to utilize these receivers and give DJ the time to do so. Amen, man. Amen. Cushmaster says, "Your Giants salute, man. Giants salute, man.
Good. He was
Thanks
good.
for tuning in, bro. Thanks for tuning in." But yeah, hands down, man. I was just listening to that shit, just like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about?
I was at work like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, I had to take a 15-minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute now.
Yo, but I love it though. I love it because the New York Giant way is for everybody to doubt and for everybody to hate. I will take that any day. I don't even like when everybody's on the Giant train. Now, where's the hate at? Because y'all know, man, do your Googles, do your research. It's been done before, and we won Super Bowls off the hate. So look,
that's true.
I welcome it. And also something else that I had written down that I noticed he did, man. He wanted to talk about the Giants' past. I don't like when people like to skim some off the top. Like, when you talk about our history, why do you purposely try to skip the 2022 season? Like, when you talk about Daniel Jones, when you talk about this coaching, why do you like to skip the year that showed that there is some type of direction we could lead off of?
Because it doesn't fit the narrative. That's why.
It don't fit the narrative.
It don't fit the narrative. So they try to act like that didn't happen.
Come on. And then even like last year, yo, I don't even know how we won 6 games. Like, it got ugly. I don't even know how we got to 6 games. So the fact that we got to 6 games, listen, I got expectations for this season, man. Tyquan Lewis says, "I love being the underdog. Keep hating on us." That's a fact.
That's a fact,
man.
We always do that as the underdog. Even when we won our Super Bowls, the Giants were doubted, and they are better playing at the underdog role than with expectations that are a little bit too high that for people to put on them. So I actually like that. Even in 2022, I said it a million times, man. I didn't think we were going to be a playoff team that year, but we exceeded expectation, and it was a hell of a ride.
Hey, yes, man. Yes. Ghost Dog Blue 76 says they think it was a fluke. And see, look, my only thing about that is they were saying that all 2022, every game that we won, they said, yo, sooner or later, y'all are going to, show your true colors. They kept thinking every game that we won was a fluke. And then we fluked our way into the playoffs.
You don't
can't
fluke winning the
your way.
playoff.
You know what I mean? You
winning a
can't.
playoff game.
You can't. You know what I mean? And so
Not a playoff game.
come on, man. I'm just like, yo, y'all gotta keep the perspective true, man. Don't try to
good
take
players
away.
on this team. There are good players on this team. It might not be a team ready to become an elite team yet, but there are good players on this team. Dexter Lawrence is probably, not even probably, he is the best interior lineman besides Chris Jones in the NFL. Okay, Andrew Thomas is a top 5 to 10 tackle, offensive tackle when he's healthy. Okay, let's get into that. Okay, Malik Neighbors is going to be one of the best rookie prospects this season. Okay, there are good players on this team. Thibodeau's another pass rusher. Brian Burns is a good pass rusher, one of the best in the league. Like Bobby Okereke, don't ever forget. I'm not going to let nobody forget that guy this year. One of the best linebackers in football, okay? Stop. All y'all haters out there hating on the Giants, stop acting like the Giants don't have any good players. We might not have the quarterback yet. Maybe not. Maybe we do. Maybe we not. But there are good players on this team. Stop.
Hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and say we got the quarterback. The world just don't know it yet, man. That's
man.
Hey, the Giant way. David, yo, if you see that, man, don't worry, man. Hey, look, I'm holding us down, man. Daniel Jones, that's our quarterback, man.
I hope so, baby. I want another run in that playoffs, man.
This is the year where I can't wait. I'm telling y'all now, man, subscribe now. Because I mark my word,
hit that
if this shit goes the way I envision it, if DJ plays the way that I envision it, yo, you are not going to want to miss the shit I'm gonna put out. I mean, I am, man. Look,
and I'm already on record as saying it. I'm already on record as saying it. If Jones comes out and reaches the expectations that I have for him, that I feel show he is a franchise quarterback for this team going forward, 25 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, I will admit that I was wrong on that. I have no problem with that. I have no problem because I want to win. That's the most important thing to me.
That's a fact.
Let me be wrong.
Matter of fact, let me ask you this. Let's say hypothetically, right? This hypothetical. Let's not dig too much into expectations. But I want to get this on record right here, now that I got you here. If Daniel Jones takes this team to the divisional round, can we get you a Daniel Jones jersey?
Wow, that's
Hey,
you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. It's Giant Pride all the way, baby. It's gotta be. Man. Hey, it's gotta be. I said it many times. I want to be wrong on him. I do.
Nah, that's a fact.
I want 2022 to be a regular occurrence and him reach the goals that I have for him. You know what I'm saying? I just want this guy to show he is a consistent quarterback. And I'm not here to say it's all on him. It's all his fault why he has not been. But he is a big part of that as well. And if he can reach those goals, stay healthy is number one. That's number one. Because I'm scared of death of neck injuries. Scared to death of that. Sure. So number one, stay healthy. 25 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. You know, take this offense. Be the reason we are winning. Yeah. The reason, not in spite of or you join the backseat of the ride. I need him to lead.
I'm with you, man. Listen, I definitely understand it. And what you are saying is not crazy at all. It has a lot of legs to it, man, and it makes sense. I'll go as far as to say, if you believe in Daniel Jones, you know, the way I do, the way David from the Giant Way does, and others.
Shout out to my homie Way.
Yes, sir. You actually have to have more faith rather than assessment, if you're gonna believe that. You know, the people who share the sentiments that you do, it's more of what you've seen, what you have assessed from Daniel Jones.
Right.
Us, it's more of believability.
Mhm.
Yes, it's some of what we've assessed, but it's more of what we have faith in, what we believe. You know what I'm saying? So
Believability shows projection, and that's when you project. That's all
a
fair.
fact.
That's
a
all
fact.
fair. Mhm.
DJ is the Terminator says, LOL, I got coin invested. He better play good. Listen, that's why I don't bet, man.
I believe
don't
that,
bet.
man. I believe
Listen.
that. Hey, Terminator. That's a bold bet, brother. I hope you got money to burn
Hey,
just in
I'm
case,
telling
bro.
you.
I hope so, brother.
I make like friendly bets and stuff, but I learned not to put money into it because as the diehard Giants fan that I am, man, my wife would kick my ass, if I get too head over heels. So I just like doing, I like doing.
Being good to the wife makes a better life. You don't want to
Hey,
do
man,
that, smoke, brother.
sir, yes, sir. You know what they say: happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life.
But before we go, man, look, we are almost in training camp season. We are almost there. I believe it is the Lions that come visit us. If I'm
yes, it's Detroit.
Yep, if I got it correct. So this should be an exciting training camp, man. I mean, how do you feel going into it? Last Man Standing says, salute my Giants family. Blessing y'all.
What's good, baby?
Salute, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. And thank you for all the love, man. He's somebody who tuned in a day ago or a night ago or something like that. And he went back on all the videos, showed mad love, man. So I definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing. All of that good stuff. Make sure that you subscribe to my man, Born for Sports, man.
Yes,
Born
sir. Come through, baby.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. How do you feel going into this training camp, man? Where's your mental at when it comes to that?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. And I'm usually always excited around this time of year. When training camp is coming back, Giant football's back. I'll be getting back. Shout out to my Section 330 crew. What's goody? All love, baby.
330 crew, Giant salute, fellas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we always ready for that. But I'm just excited to see the direction of this team, where we go now, especially on the offensive end, because I'm already on record. I'm excited about this defense. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to be a good unit.
Right.
My whole mindset, man, the things that I'm keeping I'm keeping an eye on for training camp of this. I'll write a couple of things down. I'm gonna start 3-1. Number 3 will be Deonte Banks' progression. As a football player, as a corner, because I believe he's gonna have to be the alpha in the corner room. He's gonna be matched up on a lot of the top receivers, and that schedule that we got this year, he's gonna face a lot of quality talent in that receiver position.
Starting week one.
Exactly. He's got JJ, Justin Jefferson, staring right down the barrel. So, I'm looking at the progression of him as a player, his techniques, not as handsy as he was last year coming from college, which is something corners always go through when they go from the college game to the NFL game, route recognition, those type of things. And, his technique and everything. And with a new coordinator, with the way the scheme is, he might play even more zone this year than he did man. So I'm very interested to see how his progression as an NFL corner has taken from year 1 to year 2, because that boy out there, he working. I've been seeing him on his social, he out there working. So
that's a fact.
I got confidence in that.
That's a fact. I mean, this is a big year for him, man. You're not lying. This is a huge year for him. This is the year that could put him either in a different category, or this is the year that could just say, hey, look, man, he has a lot more work to do. I definitely agree 100% with everything that you said. I'm kind of excited to see him in a little bit more zone. I don't get me wrong, I love him in man. Part of that is, I've said this before, but part of that is when it comes to Deonte Banks, I could see that he was getting real comfortable out there. And kind of being young and being comfortable and having that confidence, you kind of bait on a few things that being poised and being disciplined that it takes to be a dominant corner,
Right.
you kind of risk some of that. And I kind of seen that a little bit from him. So I would like to just see him just mature a little bit more in that aspect. But as far as being a ball hawk, we know he can do that. We know that, you know, if you make a mistake, he gonna pick that bad boy off.
Oh, no
And
doubt about it.
This is
No doubt about it.
like you said, he got some big names. He had some big names last year, and he
Yeah.
answered. But this is more of a prominent role for him. So
you
yeah,
know,
you're not lying.
Corners like one of the most. I would say besides obviously the quarterback position, corner is the toughest position for a rookie to adjust from being in college corner, where you get away with being more handsy, and you know maybe the talent isn't as really great who you're facing every week.
Yeah.
When you're playing North Dakota, East State, or whatever the case, you know, to be. So from there, you know, I want to see how his progression is, because like you said, that boy got talent, man.
Yeah,
he got talent. I like him
for sure.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me get to this chat real quick. Taekwon Lewis says, "Are y'all going to the preseason game? Will the 330 crew be present at the preseason? Any preseason games?"
Undecided yet. Only because of work schedule and things like that, but working on it for sure.
Got you. Ghost Dog Blue 76 says, "Definitely looking forward to seeing Banks' progression in year 2. Think we have a dog at CB1, family."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I think another thing to look out for too is, are we done at that cornerback position? Are we going to add another piece? So, I mean, that's something to look at.
That's a good point, TP, because you mentioned it last week. You know, there was some rumors out there that they might still be looking. You know what? And we talked about it. You said it. I said it. Wade said it. It'd probably be the best thing to look into getting a number 2 corner, more of a veteran presence on that other side to take some pressure off of Deontay. You know, I like Flott. You know, I'm on record saying I like that kid, but he hasn't yet shown that he's ready to take that kind of responsibility. And now we're not going to know until we see him get that responsibility. But he hasn't shown it yet. So hey, due diligence. If Joe, you get another guy in here, let's do it.
And my thing about Cordell Flott is not that I don't like Cordell Flott, like you said. We know that the name of the game is depth. I just don't know if I'm confident enough to have him as CB2.
Right.
I like Flott more as a depth piece.
Right.
You know, have him.
I get that.
Know, so if Flott gets hurt, then who do we have next is the question, you know?
Yeah.
Not to say like, you know, we won't have anybody or that we're just doomed, but I would rather be able to have him as the second to come in rather than
Giants also look like they like that kid, the 3rd round pick they drafted. Out of Kentucky. They like him a lot. I like him, but I wasn't really like, you know, blown away for him in college especially when I looked at his tape. Like he doesn't get a lot of his hands on mitts. He doesn't play the ball as great, you know, whatever. But listen, cover wise, and he's a physical player. That dude will tackle. He's a physical corner. So they like him in that slot. So that's probably why they want to move Flott to the boundary corner. So we're gonna see. Yep.
Taekwon Lewis says, "I told y'all before that I am not worried about Banks. He's a beast." Yes, sir. I believe it. Believe it. I'm with you, man. Yep. So what you got next, man?
Yeah.
What else you?
So also, number 2 on my things to keep an eye on training camp, I'm looking at O-line continuity. Between Runyon, Evan Neal, and Illuminor, the position fit that they're going to do. Is Neal going to be the right tackle? Is he going to show that he's ready to be that right tackle with this new offensive line coach we got, Bracoli? He's there for a reason. That bum Bobby Johnson's out of here. So there's no more excuses for Evan Neal to make a jump as a player and be better, you know. So they signed Runyon, who I like. They signed Runyon. He's a durable offensive guard. They signed Illuminor. He's got versatility. He can hit right tackle, right guard, left guard, whatever for you. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking to see where the pieces are going to fit going forward during training camp, during the preseason. and see if they are really going to truly give Neil that shot. Because I'm telling you, I really feel like, and when Wade was here the last couple of weeks, he said it first. I don't think the leash is long for Mr. Evan Neal at all.
Yeah, man. Yep. I was about to say, yep.
At all.
It's
so
funny.
If you don't do it, he's going to be out of there.
That's a fact. I was listening to the Big Blue crew, man. They was kind of, talking about the leash of Evan Neal that they have in one of their videos that they was doing. Shout out to my guys.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all subscribe to all of them gentlemen.
Sir,
But I was listening to what they were saying as far as Evan Neal, how long, leash does he have? Some were saying, hey, give him a couple games. Some were saying, hell nah, he got into preseason tops, and I think that is just an interesting thing, man. I don't want to see a bunch of mismatching. Put our guys in their most comfortable positions. Let them fight it out. Yes. Let them fight it out. Let the best man win, and let that O-line go into preseason and then transfer that into the game. We don't got time to be trying to figure shit out. We don't got time to be guessing. No, don't try to be a genius. Don't try to be a coaching whiz trying to mismatch shit. No. Let's put the best people in their most comfortable positions. Let's put them out there. Let's get some preseason work out of them. And then let's go into the season with that, man. Last Man Standing says, talk that talk. Offensive line got to definitely work together to make the team go. I mean, that's a fact, man. That's no secret. It's no secret. The O-line is number
85
1.
sacks. Like,
come on, man. Come on. That's no secret. So I want to be confident into the guys that we are going into the games with. I don't like the indecisiveness. I've made my rant about Evan Neal, aka Cinder Block Feet. I'm personally done with him. I'm done with him. I can't sit here and act like I am the offensive line whiz and that I know as much as the next man and that the different nuances and shit like that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. But from what I've seen, I'm done with him, man. Yeah, everybody talks about Daniel Jones being on his last leg. Evan Neal has been on his last leg in my book. So,
hey, listen, Joe Shane's moves showing that this is it for him. It's sink or swim for Evan Neal as well. It's obvious. My whole thing is, we know he's a first-round pick.
Right.
They're going to give him every opportunity this preseason to win that job and to show he's ready and to see if he can take this coaching tutelage and apply it and become a player where it's worth looking into being a first-round pick. However, the moves they made, they're not waiting long. They're not waiting long to see that. And if he doesn't show in the preseason, he won't be. And I agree with that. And like I said also last week, hey, man, if the guy is better at guard, you're going to have to do it now. You're going to have to do it now. Yeah. Let him do it now because you can't throw him out there after he loses the right tackle job and say, hey, you know what? Let's try him at guard. Let's stick him in guard. Now, that's not prudent in a good decision to make, especially when you got to protect Daniel Jones, who's coming off an ACL injury. So I'm really looking at that, TP, in the preseason training camp to see what's going on with that.
That's a fact, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. So my number one thing, and it's probably an obvious one, Daniel Jones healthy. Is Daniel Jones healthy because he is our starting quarterback? Is he healthy? Is he moving around the right way? Is he getting those training camp snaps that you need in this offense to work with these weapons, to work chemistry with Malik Neighbors, to work chemistry with Jalen Hyatt, to feed Wandell, Slayton, all these guys? Is he healthy enough to take those snaps, 7-on-7s, the battles that they're going to do during the camp? I want to see that. And also, how many preseason games does Daniel Jones get? Do they even let him play in the preseason? That's another thing, because I believe they're going to have to get him at least one series in.
Oh, yeah.
During this preseason to make sure, hey, take a hit. How do you feel? We got to figure that out, because I've said it, I'm on record as saying I think he's going to. We don't really know how healthy Daniel Jones is. He knows this is a sink or swim season for him. He's a hard worker. He's a tough dude. I'll give him that. You know, how healthy and how much does he trust his knee yet? Because we all know running is a big part of what he does.
That's
so,
a fact.
You
That
know,
is a-
so we
that
gotta
is a
see if
big fact.
if the guy is healthy and if he gets in preseason. I believe if he doesn't take any preseason snaps, maybe he's not as healthy as he's making it seem like.
So yeah, I mean, those are some really great points. Really great points. We are saying that Daniel Jones is ready week 1 of training camp. So are we? Hopefully, we are not rushing it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is because we believe that he has taken the proper steps to recover and he's ready to do his thing. I said this when leg sleeve Daniel Jones video came out. I love seeing him throw the ball. That's all great and dandy. He's Daniel Dimes in my book, so I know he could throw the rock. But
Right.
I have yet to see any videos of him making cuts, of him running full speed, of him, hitting that extra gear. So can he do that? I'm with you 1,000%. A big part of his game is his running ability. And if he doesn't have that element to him, listen, I'm not excited. I'm not excited. So that is a very great point, man. Can he show us a little bit of that in training camp? Now, as far as preseason goes, he absolutely has to play a few snaps.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Give us at least 2 drives, at least.
Yeah.
This is at the end of the day, this is fairly a new system, new players that he is working with. I don't want to go into the Vikings game with our first time seeing that connection being week 1. I don't like that at all, man. So yeah, please give me a drive or 2 at least. At least.
A fact. That's a fact. I mean, we need it. It goes without saying. He's the quarterback. He's our starting quarterback, and our season is tied to his progression. We are transferring more into a pass-first offense, in my opinion. Singletary gonna get that ball though. He will get his touches.
Yeah,
we will feature the run, but as much as I like Singletary, Saquon Barkley is not back there where they will force feed him 300 carries. So, and Joe Shane has been on record on Hard Knocks saying, "Hey, we didn't pay a $41 million to a quarterback for him to hand that ball off to a $12 million."
That's the fact. That's a fact.
Well, the $12 million run back's not here no more. So they're throwing that ball.
And you know what's funny though? It just made me think about last year. I remember last year when it was preseason game. I think it was the first preseason game. And I was just excited to see what was Daniel Jones and Darren Waller connection going to look like. And the very first play, boom, hit Darren Waller on the slant. So I'm like, woo! I'm like, this is what I wanted to see. The second play, boom, hit Darren Waller again. And they moved the ball up the field so effortlessly, and it was beautiful. Now, granted, I think it was versus the Panthers, but even then, I was just like, "Oh yeah, yo, this is what I needed to see."
I had us daydreaming of what could be.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's what I personally would want to see. Daniel Jones get in there, move that offense up the field. Let me see y'all get 6, or at the bare minimum, let me see a field goal possession, and then I'm good. Get off the field. Right. Everybody stay healthy. Let's let the young guys, compete for a spot. So
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, I got a bonus one that just hit me that I forgot.
Okay, talk about it.
This is the most positive one because I think we're kind of like, these are legit questions I had, but this is the positive one. Neighbors' impact on that offense, baby. I can't wait to see that in training camp in the preseason.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about the battles that he's giving with our boy Deonte Banks one-on-one in the other corners, pushing them. Jalen Hyatt trying to match what he does, the energy he brings, because this kid's compete level, from what I understand in college and in practice, to what these guys have been talking about, has been another level. He cares. He's out there working on his craft, and he competes in every part of the game. So You know, there's gonna be. I expect to hear there's a little trash talking going on between these two sides of the ball until they go play some real competition, or they do. You know, I think they have a scrimmage against the Jets scheduled as well this year.
Okay.
So these guys are gonna get tired of hitting each other. You know, hitting the same guys over and over again for a couple of weeks. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, I can't wait to see the impact. Brian Dable comes out, shows. You know, week one, what he has in store, because he wanted that kid. He wanted him. He couldn't get a quarterback, obviously. So I mean, read into what you want to read into. Right. But at least we got his receiver, and I know he was happy about that. So they're gonna give that kid the ball, man. And I already said it. I feel like he's gonna have the biggest impact out of all the rookie receivers this year in this draft class. And I can't wait to see what he does in training camp and in preseason for week one, man.
1,000%, man. Give us a sample of that Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors connection.
Build that chemistry. Build that chemistry.
Build it. Come on, man. I definitely that's a finisher right there. That's a great one. Let us see that Malik Neighbors explosiveness. And, you know, it's funny because you said that, and I immediately just start thinking about all the other guys. You know what I mean? Look,
Speed.
Takes the top off of Jalen Hyatt. Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you want like a Madden kind of receiver core, with that kind of that 90 speed on each level, that's what you want.
That is a fact. That is a fact, man. But yeah, man, that is that on that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm super thankful, man. I am almost to 300 subscribers. Almost. Y'all know I've been saying it. I'm on the road to 1,000. You know, I aim high, baby. I aim high. But I'm almost to 300, and I'm just super thankful and grateful for y'all, man. Please make sure that y'all just, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. DJ's the Terminator says, nice job today, fellas. Now subscribe. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Also, Born for Sports. Make sure that you subscribe to there as well. This is, like I said on my very first episode when we started this NYG Lieutenant thing, I didn't just say, hey, look, there's a Giants fan, come record with me. No, sir. I literally handpicked guys that I enjoy listening to. You know how I said on Twitter, I don't like listening to them motherfuckers? This is the complete opposite. This is the guy, like, if something happens, I'm like, yo, all right, let me hear what he has to say.
Yes, sir.
Make sure Born for Sports, all New York sports he's covering, man. So
cover all New York sports, baby.
Yes.
Giants all the way, of course. Knicks, Rangers, Mets, Yankees, whatever you want to talk about, we do it, man. So appreciate that love.
And just know, man, if you ever are at a New York Giant game, if you are with the 330 crew, you are good, and you're going to be welcomed like family that you are, and it's going to be a hell of a time. Pull
up the J8 and tailgate with us, man. We do it up big. We have a good time. It's all love. Come check with us, man. We hang out. And when we get to that game in Section 330, come through, man, because we loud and we get it popping. Let's go, baby. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. So, again, I'm just going to beat this into y'all head, man, because this is how big this is. This is how serious it is. Make sure that y'all subscribe, all right? Make sure y'all subscribe. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back very, very soon. You don't want to miss it. Tomorrow, I have the NFC East Soldiers. We're going to talk it up. We have a representative from every division. And, I need to get you up there one time, too, man. I need you to go ahead, man, and talk some sense into these guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, that is it. Giant salute to y'all. Jorge, man, close us out. Any words?
First of all, I just want to also piggyback what you said earlier. Shout out to our boy Giant Way. I hope everything is great, and prayers up and good vibes only for the man. He'll be back soon. And listen, training camp is coming 24th. Let's get it. Giant football. Nothing
Let's
better
go.
than that. Can't
Let's
wait
go.
to do it, baby.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
And just like that, we out, man. Peace.
Sometimes the fire. Sometimes the fire. Sometimes the fire.